Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me? Yeah. Hi, how's everyone doing today? Good. Welcome to the Museum of Fine Arts. My name is Linda Apple. I'm on staff here at the museum, and we're really thrilled to have all of you here today, to be here for MLK Day Open House. This is like the 20th year we've done this here, and we are just really happy that everyone can be here with us today on this very cold day. We're also really glad to have some wonderful poets and percussionists here and spoken word artists with us. Leading off is Midnight, who is, he's curated this whole showcase. He's a poet, a spoken word artist, and he's worked with and opened for the likes of Bill Clinton and Saul Williams. He's accompanied by Colin, and who's a poet, and percussionist Jordan Taylor and Trustin Tolliver. So please welcome Midnight.
Welcome to the Boston Museum of Fine Arts for the MLK Day celebration. You are at the open mic experience. Make some noise for yourselves for being here. You're about to hear some poems, some drums about cultural experiences, struggles, our personal struggles, the struggles of the world, and how we're all connected to this weave of humanity. And hopefully these poems and these stories and these drums will enrich the betterment of our lives and humanity together. So, are you ready to hear some poems? Are you ready to hear some poems? No, you are not ready to hear some poems because I forgot to introduce the most important part of hearing these poems and telling stories. It is you. You are also a part of the poems and the stories that we're about to share and tell, because you're going to be part of what we call the collective poem. Who is familiar with the collective poem? Nobody. One person in the back. So, what the collective poem is we pass around some clipboards or some paper. What you do is you write 1 or 2, maybe 3 lines of your own poem, something you're inspired by, and you pass to the person next to you. All you do is you read just 1 sentence above the empty space. Not the whole entire poem, just 1 sentence. And you just get inspired off of that 1 sentence and you add to that. And once you finish adding to that, you pass the person next to you. And they read that 1 sentence above the empty space. And then continue to add. And by the time we finish reading the poems, it's going to be a beautiful piece of weaved together collected art. I promise you, I swear to you, it's going to be the best poem you hear today. Trust me. So, the poems on this side is going to be passed to right. So I get this backwards. So you pass to my left, which will be your right, and then you pass the poem that way, and then once you get the poem, you're going to pass it up that way, and it's going to go that way, and then that way, and then after the performance, I'm going to come and collect the poems, I'm going to read the poems. Awesome. Yeah, I think you're ready. You got to collect the poems. You're going to have a dope time. You're going to be enriched and hear these poems. So I'm going to have you hear from a dope international poet. Put your hands together for D. Collins. Oh, Colin. Hold up, I forgot. Throughout the drumming and throughout the poetry, if you hear something that you like and it moves you, you can be exuberant. You can make some noise. You can do whatever you want to do. Think of it like church. So let's, for example, let's have an example. Let's say, ah. Ah. Wow. Wow. Yo! And my favorite, shut the front door. No. But you can say whatever you want to say while these poems are and stories being told to you, because we feed off your energy and we love the energy you're giving us. We're gonna give you, because we're gonna read the poems you created, and I'm gonna be over here like, yo, what? So one more time, put your hands together for D. Colin.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Good. So I wrote this poem years ago for all the things that they say about Haitians. I might have some lines to add to it, but I'm going to do this poem because I have full Haitian pride. Yeah. It's called Beyond What They Say, or more commonly known as We Are Beyond It. We are beyond it. They say we are the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. We are beyond it. They say we run in hills barefoot with dust in our hair. We are beyond it. They say we made a pact with the devil, that we threw hexes with voodoo to overthrow colonial gurus, but who knew? We had more people going to church than to Uga and Lugaus, and so what? We still dance and sway our hips to the music of mountains where our ancestors hid plotting when we were slaves, when we were rebels, when we were revolutionaries revolutionizing revolution until we were free. We revolted. We signed no papers. We took their papers. We made new papers. We negotiated with no one. 1804 spurned war on our kidnappers because we were people. We were people with dreams. We had lost our fathers. We had lost our mothers. We had lost our land. We had lost ours. We were angry. We were hopeful. We were determined. We were black. We were black blue. We were the people that failed us until we were the richest colony in the world. Sugarcane, cotton, cocoa, tobacco, and indigo. Haiti, land of mountains in the Arawak language. Despite poverty's winds, we stand like mountains. Despite terror's reign, we stand like mountains. Despite the drought of debt, the flood of false promises only redefines our sides. We don't move for the convenience of others. We are mountains. We stood like we stood aside Americans in the American Revolution, fighting for their freedom while we were still slaves. We stand like Boukman, like Toussaint, like Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Emperor King. We stand like Boyer, who let Black Americans emigrate to Haiti before ethnicity, before island rivalry, before when just being Black was the thing to be, because we were one. We are one. We are African, period. They say we're not American, but the American city Chicago was founded by a Haitian, Jean-Baptiste Point de Sable. They say we live in hell. We live on earth in Altibonite, Gonaïves, Port-au-Prince, Jacmel, Brooklyn, Boston, Miami, Florida, Georgia, Montreal, France, the world. They say you can't even pick up a prostitute down there without genuine fear of AIDS. Well, you can't pick up a prostitute anywhere without genuine fear of AIDS. They say our literacy rate is high. We are beyond it. We have become linguists. We speak French, Creole, Spanish, and English. We have become presidents, prime ministers, doctors, lawyers, RNs, LPNs, teachers, poets. We were enslaved, we were taken, but we have become Haiti, the second oldest republic in the Western Hemisphere after the United States, the oldest Black republic in the world. For our sons, for our daughters, for our freedom, we may die beautiful. And it doesn't matter now what they say. They say we are the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. I say we are beyond it.
My mom wanted to name me Kunta Kinte. True story, I am not lying. My life could have been ruined, emotionally, mentally scarred forever. However, my aunt immediately ambulance rushed in her thoughts. She feared that society tried to make me their Toby. My aunt named me Tarishi. Tarishi, which is Swahili for messenger. I guess my family wanted to give me a name that reminded me where we came from. We live in the generation that gentrification has some people bleaching their skin so they can forget that the next of kin were Africans. You have some Africans bleaching their skin so they can forget that the names came from the sun. My name comes from a place that believes it takes a village to raise a child. I believe it takes a planet shaped by identity. I will not apologize. You don't understand my euphemism. Your world is too small for me. I think outside your bubble or your box where the senses trying to make me fit in. It doesn't make sense. Since race is nothing more than a systematic way of dissing what we are in the first place. Human. I was born on the east coast of America with a name that came from the east coast of Africa. My journey towards forever. Learning that my name was born out of struggle. Learning that my name can be translated to boy, you don't belong here. Learning that my name is not safe. Starting in the 8th grade, when a classmate called me Hershey. He found it difficult to pronounce Tarishi. I told you, I hate cubicle shapes. I shouldn't have allowed someone to easily marginalize my life to fit inside a box of chocolates. If you can allow your English teacher to colonize your tongue so you can speak Stanislavski, Leonardo da Vinci, Sikorsky, you can learn how to say Tarishi. It's freaking easy. It's only 7 letters. T-A-R-I-S-H-I. It's really an acronym for Transatlantic Refugee, individually seeking human independence. I should not allow someone to try to change my name into a dessert, since my ancestors already made course for the sharks in the Middle Passage. And the question was asking me, why do I call myself Midnight? I said, the Hollywood anime movie about me, no matter how much I erase my history, I'll always taste this melanin in my pseudonym. I have learned that a name is not safe. Once you discover translation, you're now accountable. Responsibility, it carries my name, means messenger. I am to deliver more than just these poems. There's a moral compass attached to it. I am more character than 26 letters of the alphabet. My aunt prophesied me into a martyr. No one admires the bearer of bad news, especially when it's the truth. My mouth is a bullseye waiting for the shotgun blast to silence me. How many God's messengers will be crucified if you realize we're here just to live the word, not the author of it? If I be both, that make me bipolar and ambidextrous. A black man that refuses to be silent is dangerous. A black man that chooses to not be silent is still dangerous. A mom wanted to give me a name to remind me of my roots. My aunts wanted to give me a name to remind my oppressors, even if they colonize your language, they can never colonize your purpose.
room on an empty stomach. Now I'm chasing my dreams and what it seems, but I love it. Probably help because I stopped having discussions about problems that exist with people who worry about something. I call it how I see it, and if you got a dream and you trying to achieve it, better eat, sleep, think, breathe it, talk, pray, act, listen and speak it. Otherwise you ain't living. Wonder how most of us fears and went missing. Probably around the same time they were dissing. And all I ever wanted was a minute for them to listen. Listen. Listen.
Too loud with it. This poem is called That Thing on My Head. When my hair was relaxed, the only two questions asked were, is it real and what do you use? Now that I've transitioned from straight hair to my natural self, it's like people have hypertension, share all sorts of comments and questions like, how long does that take you? As if they didn't sit for hours getting their Senegalese twist or their wash and set, as if they've never had someone scratch a dandruff out for so long they fall asleep on someone's knee. And then there's my pet peeve. Can I touch it? As if I'm some type of exotic pet. Go find a poodle. Or comments like, you know Easter Sunday is coming up, what are you gonna do with that? This one is usually accompanied by a look of concern. Or why didn't you comb your hair today? Oh, it's combed, but you can't run the comb through. Oh, you can? But how do you get it this soft? Wait, it's soft? All of these are usually accompanied by a look of confusion. And the list goes on like, are you ever gonna straighten that? I mean, you're gonna straighten that for your wedding, right? What about graduation? I mean, come on, how do you expect to get a man a job? You don't think you look like an old lady? Whoa, speechless with raised eyebrows. And this one, did you stick your finger in an electrical socket this morning? No, but I know who I can stick in an electrical socket. Are you Jamaican? Again, speechless. There are 2-strand twists, not locks, and then not all Jamaicans have locks. So why don't you just get locks? I see this is a pointless conversation. Doesn't matter if my hair is out on 2-strand twists, braided on the side, fro hawk in the middle, or wash and go. If it's not straight, some people just don't understand. Makes me want to have discussions on the effects of colonialism on the mind, the brainwashing of the media, the overwhelming abundance of images showing black women with long, flowy hair when we really know the truth. When we know our hair blows in the wind only on the day we leave the salon, and then it's all hope. Makes me want to have arguments like, if a man only wants me because I have straight hair, maybe he shouldn't have me at all. And if a job won't hire me, maybe I need to hire myself. And if you can't handle looking at my hair on Easter Sunday, maybe you should question why it is you go to church. And just to seal the deal, I will not be straightening my hair for Easter or graduation or my wedding. Besides the fact that this thing on my head you refer to as that is just the way it grows.
My father was the worst photographer in the world. He tried to crop a headshot of my mother with a gun aimed at her face. He spoke the love of my mother through the barrel of a cannon. Funny thing is, guns and cameras are too much alike. No, seriously, guns and cameras are too much alike. You point, aim, shoot, they both fire. One keeps memories, the other takes them away. Let me ask you, who has more bang, a 9mm or a 35? It all depends on the subject, the point of target. Cops can be trained to use guns. They're quick to point and shoot, pull out a camera. Might be quick to point and refocus. Notice, they both have the same ability to keep you framed. One behind glass, the other under wood. Interesting, coffins and picture frames are made of glass and mostly wood. At the age 5, I never understood why my father thought a gun should be used as a camera. Every time someone say cheese, all I can do is freeze, camera, lights, flash, fast forward, 17. All I had to do is take this self-portrait. I had a 9mm to my temple. I tried to undevelop myself outside the dark room of mother's womb. Non-existence. I thought I could stop this domestic violence, my absence, camera. As you can see, I survived. Lights, Like a Polaroid being exposed to light. I'm still developing. Flash, 27, had desire on taking a role of being a model. Funny thing is, to this day, I do not own a camera or a gun. The closest thing to a weapon I own is a cell phone. I flirted with suicide every time I took a selfie. What type of role model am I? Photographer has a camera, I give another. Tell me, have you ever been in a photo shootout? Photographer says cheese, all of it is freeze. Flashing lights, give me flashback. I guess PTSD of my father putting his hands on my mother. I had no camera, so I got my toy gun. My toy gun had no bang. Why? And my gun had no effect. I guess at the age 5, Photoshop was not invented yet. Guns and cameras are too much alike. They both give you frozen animation, one on page, the other on pavement. They say a picture of 1,000 words. Tell me, what does a Polaroid say when it's undeveloped? It's hard to talk when the shelter is speeding and your throat is stuck on high. Most kids grew up in afraid of the dark. I grew up in afraid of the light. Despite the fact it was a smile, every time my father says cheese, all I do is freeze. Not knowing if I'm posing for a family portrait or my own obituary.
Everybody else, say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, what the hook gon' be? We don't need a hook on this beat. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Inspiring, the world won't play at a time. She said relax, Jay, take it one day at a time. A lot of things I want to say as my mind goes back and forth. It is worth the attention, no, I pray and inspire. God answers when my faith will rest. It's one thing to say that you got it, wait till the test flips. Your entire world's upside down. It's hard to see who's really with it when you're up right now. So much certainty, I'd be on it too. Can't get folks time that don't check on the dude. Reflecting on the past few years, a lot of love and lessons learned. Couple brothers still right here. Talk about support and unity. I might be shiny, but ain't none of this here new to me. It ain't worth the risk if you gonna let them tell it. My name is on the throne. It's set in stone. You check the spelling. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, what the hook gon' be, huh? We don't need a hook on this beat. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. So live in the moment is special, right? Feeling so fly that we're taking flight. Daydreaming of you at night. That's you, son, kid, shining so dang bright. They keep asking how long we will last, as if I'm spending time on the other side of the grass. See, your statements are a reflection of self. So if you ain't bringing positivity, leave it somewhere else, please. Cause the lights we shine enough for believers. So I'm only hearing from mad times when they need you, that's funny. Personal, say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 what the hook gon' be, huh? Well, we don't need a hook on this beat. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Hey.
Are there bicycle lanes in Boston? There are?
Kinda.
Kinda? Not really?
Not good ones.
Not good ones? By definition, a bicycle is a vehicle with two wheels in tandem. I can't stand them things! I mean, just look at them. They're always in the way when I'm driving. Streets were paved for cars, not these bicycles to be riding. Now, someone decided to get in their own lane. What type of affirmative action is this? Trying to integrate bicycles into a system for cars. I wonder, is this how America thinks of us? Am I nothing more than just a bicycle being integrated into a system? Nah, I don't know about that. I do know I feel this sense of entitlement every time I get behind the steering wheel. This adrenaline rush of road rage every time I see a bicycle. I want to choke and squeeze the air of those tires. They scream, I can't breathe. Leave that bicycle laying flat on the concrete in front of a bodega and a couple loose cigarettes. Someone needs to remind them of the privilege and the white lines on the black asphalt. Let that bicycle get my blind spot one more time. It reminds me of the first bicycle I ever stole and never made it back to its master. Wait, a bicycle has two wheels in tandem. My world rotates on two hemispheres between being African-American, shifting forward, progression, pedaling backwards, going nowhere, Negro, gears switching, spinning. You don't see bicycle lanes in the ghetto. They know better. Ride at your own risk. Switching, spinning, switching. I don't got time about this. The fact is, these bicycles running wild and free, and they go back to where they came from, hanging on a rack, wheels dangling, two pedals attached to a slave chain. Once I pop the neck of that chain, that bicycle, when we move it till I say so. How that saying goes, what you learn how to ride a bicycle, they never forget. They think they're equal to us drivers by definition. You have to be able to ride. Those extra wheels in the beginning is to train you. Watch, rip those limbs off. See me time a bicycle fall for our help. It's okay. Don't worry. It's hard to break a bicycle. It's designed to take a beating. All colored metal frame attached to a chain. The system is doing just fine. Doing design to keep those bicycles in line. You should be grateful. You don't worry about getting lost in even traffic jams. As long as rush hour reminds you to feel it to be seen and not heard, should be thankful. I'm sharing road life for you. You can consider it indignant and grateful. Bite! Oh my God. Seatbelt check. Do I really sound like that one driver trying to convince myself racism doesn't exist? Every time I say, I'm not a racist. I really like bicycles. As a matter of fact, I even own one.
So before I start my next poem, I just want to see where the group poems are, the collective poems. Clipboards up. 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. Seigneur parler, moi pour parler, tant qu'on yon écho voix ou même, qui t'aime chercher, même j'en corps, petit ou qui perdu, qui seul. Qui Seigneur pour me guider, et mon qui prend mauvais chemin, bon manger, bon capable nourrir, mon qui grand goût, acclamons-nous. I dream in a language that feels like home. The words come to mind when I can't find the right ones in English, this language I learned first, the dance that sways with my tongue, le moi parler Creole. When I speak Creole, I have the voice of Haiti in my throat, thirsting to tell stories that may never be translatable, but will always end with hope. And for that, they will always be worth telling. They cut the sun's head off in Cité Soleil, Haiti. Poverty bleeds internally there. She lives in the city of the sun. 5 children, husband dead, murdered for supporting Titi. They beat her, they stalk her, they beat at her house. She beat them by hiding. She lives in the city of the sun, where she married again. Married a man who raped her daughter, ripped her heart more. 6 children, new baby, no money. She lives in the city of the sun, where water floods her home. Wade in the water, her family waits in the water. In the city of the sun, where it seldom shines. So turn the sun on his pregnant belly over the horizon, birthing femmes Haitiennes, Haitian women, mountain women, militant mountains. Behind the mountains are more mountains. Simon, like a million hills rolling before the sun. These women carry resistance in their sweat. They walk in worn shoes, calloused feet, dark skin glistens in the noon sun. Veins map their hands. River water pumps through Haiti's dried land as their stomachs empty, sagging breasts like eroded hillsides. The women carry water on their heads, water in their wombs, water off their floors. They are potomita, center pillars holding a collapsed house while the sun breaks dawn like coconuts cracked open with machetes. These women batineb, beat back the dark, turn the sun on its pregnant belly over the horizon, birthing a new day. Laugh the women. We are still here and we run the book. Neighborhood watchers beat water out clothes on rocks. Write secret messages in the money. Be at water when the sun goes into labor and you will see her. Ana Kayana, Ana Kayana. Golden flower hangs in the sky. Taino chief thief hanged for trying to negotiate peace with Columbus. These women rest in her story. Burning souls rest in her blazing sun. They cut the sun's head off in Cité Soleil, Haiti. These women birth a new one every day. Mountain women, militant mountains. Simon, behind the mountains are more mountains. Simon, like a million hills rolling before the sun. These women carry Haiti in their sweat.
Who want to visit planet Earth. Do not freaking come here! There's a force hiding behind a brass shield, put here to serve and protect, but they wrongly imprison us every chance they get. There's a force hiding behind a force shield, put here to serve and protect. There's a force dividing dark skin from the light. No, I am not talking about Star Wars. This is no Jedi mind trick. Luke, I am not your baby daddy. Do not freaking come here. They will Tuskegee you. My people know the first-hand experience. Your first contact will be your last. We will stop and frisk on every corner or cloud. We'll interrogate your resistance. We'll stand our ground. Then put you in it. We'll shoot first and never ask questions later. Shucks, I forgot the poem. Wait, I know what happened. You were from Men in Black. You flashed that memory wand. That's okay. I'll appear for this. I wrote the rest of my poem. Do not freaking come here unless you come in a bunch of soldiers looking like Marvin the Martian carrying. Oh my goodness. It's the Iridium Q36 X Plus space modulator. You mean nothing more than a science experiment unless you come here in an infinite supply of oil. Then we will embrace you. George Bush and Dick Cheney will come out of retirement. The person signed intergalactic peace treaties will learn and steal your ways right before we Native American you. Make offensive racist slurs about your culture. We'll call you Predator, Body Snatcher, Star Trek Kardashians. Not to be associated with Kim, but she could be an alien too. Make Hollywood films about you. Wait, newsflash, we already did. Now the movie ends. We win, you lose. Do not freaking come here. We are a center of the universe way of thinking. Every alien movie is our Independence Day and your District 9. The next line might sound crazy, but you coming here might save our human skin. Your existence will give us perseverance. For once, they'll look at me as more than 3/5 of a human. For once, they'll find a new alien to hang in Mississippi. Your living quarters be concentration camps. It won't be church and cross they burn in the South. It'd be X-Wing fighter jets. You come here, we will exploit you. Make alien dating hotlines. And Captain James T. Kirk from the 70s be the spokesman. Are you looking for hot, interesting, extraterrestrial alien sex? Call now. Me and Bones will take you to the candy shop. Listen, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a club promoter. Do not freaking come here. Some religious groups will market you. Make bumper stickers that read WWVD. What will Vader do? Egyptian tiles and build more pyramids. The eminent domain you. You're not even safe for gentrification. As much as I don't want you to come here, a small part of me does. Me, green the Vulcan peace sign. May a misconstrued meaning. But me represents, may one race live long enough so the other can prosper. Thank you for coming out to the open mic experience. Are y'all ready to go home now? No? What? Well, I can't hear you. Are you ready to go home now? Of course you're not ready to go home because we didn't get to the most important part of the evening, your voices. And I told you it'll be hot. It's the collective poem that you all written, and it's going to be, yes. So we're going to read it. We have 3 clipboards. So we're going to call it the red, black, and green poem. So we have the red poem, the black poem, and the green poem. We're going to read them one at a time. So this is how it's going to go. D. Colin's going to read the red, I'm going to read the black, and she's going to end off with the green. Excuse me?
What does it mean? Red, black, and green.
Oh, how about you tell them?
I don't know. Does somebody know what red, black, and green stands for?
Pan-African. Barbie.
I was looking for somebody.
Oh, I was a question. I was asking.
Anybody in the audience know? Who knows?
Red is black.
What?
Red is black.
Oh, shucks. Come on. All right, shucks. Who's second? Who's on next? Oh, boom.
Red is the blood, black is your color, green is the lemon.
D. Collins, did you hear her?
I didn't.
Okay. I'm multi-talented.
Red is the blood that people share, green is the land, and black is the color.
D.
Cool.
Anybody else?
I just want her to specify black a little bit more.
Anybody else? Don't be shy.
Okay.
You look familiar. No? Okay, did.
So black does stand for the color, but it's really the people. So it stands for the melanated people. So that yes, you're close with the color, but we want to say that black stands for the color. For the people. See, now I got it in my head. It's the colors of the Black Liberation flag, or also the Pan-African flag. So we got red, black, and green today because it's about freedom today, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So you ready to hear this poem that you all created? Are you ready to hear this poem you all created? Okay. Here we go. MLK, what a beautiful, beautiful day. A day to remember. A day that shines like the summer sun. Faith, joy, peace, and love from up above, forever and ever, always unconditional. Love, unity, and peace, we can all live together. A day to remember. Leaving a legacy behind. Embracing our rich history and ancestors. Encouraging our natural state, our hair, our bodies, our souls. We can dream. Get our minds right. Make a change. Look at yourself and make a change. As long as we believe there are no limits to what we can achieve, we must go out and achieve these things. Though they may say we can't, we won't. Rise up and say we will. Say that we will, to embrace the origin of our ancestors and the life that we live now, and to embrace each other. Though struggle and strife remain. Through struggle and strife remaining forever in unity, recognizing that only through love, acceptance, and peace can we move towards a more just society.
Black poem. I am a mutt of mixed race. Sometimes I feel like I have no place, but as the years go by, my life is my own, and my soul feels more at home. Maybe my life wasn't already planned. Maybe my destiny is in my hands. If I let my dreams take over, I've learned a lot from kings, but X marks the spot. The days of the Panthers and young lords taught me a lot like writing and sometimes finding unity with a dream of peace. Faith is all, God is all, love, unity, healing. I hope this seeps into your soul and fills you so full it drips from your fingertips collectively into buckets I have carefully placed at my feet.
Last last but not least, the green poem. Love is colorless. We must humbly bear the mystery of our own existence. Don't change yourself for others. Do. Be yourself for yourself. Because you will always love yourself even when others don't. And when it is hard to love yourself, that is when you are reminded it is hard to love anyone. But it is worth it. To love, to live in authenticity has got to be worth it, I hope. True love supersedes the superficiality of riches and fame. It is embedded in charity, humility, and joy. Be yourself, always. Life is an ocean of emotions. Choose happiness when you can. It is within you, from the day you are born till the day you die. Tied in a garment of one destiny, because it's what's on the inside that matters. And still I rise. Companion, and excuse me please, what?
Passion.
Oh, sorry. I read that so beautifully and then I got to it. And still I rise, compassion, and excuse me please. Today, we remember one of the greatest. We hope to carry on the legacy of justice. Justice of people who are struggling to keep it. People who are prepared to fight for that. Justice. For the simple right to be seen as equal to others. For humanity to be seen as one. The concepts of law and order are inherently unequal, created by those who have no intention of applying them to themselves. George Washington or George Papadopoulos?
Papadopoulos.
Thank you. Winston Churchill.
It's cursive. I can't do script.
Oh, started. That's weird.
Yeah, go.
Winston Churchill started a famine in India, yet we still have a dream. The clock ticks, click, click, tick, tock, dock. The numbers fall one by one, and we're waiting to burst out and explode into the light. But the light doesn't shine around here, it shines inside.
The Black Poem. The cold drains me more every year. I love the way it can take you to a different place. It's a time to go, not just indoors, but inside ourselves. We sled journeys with others and ourselves. Our journey may sometimes be cold, but it can be warm when we do it with others. Together, we fight the powers of ours, only to give up our lives so easily. Our past does not have to continue to define us. Our future need not to intimidate or scare us. May we rise above our petty fatalities and see the truth hidden in plain sight. My vision is clouded by the next man's thought. Will I ever see the truth? Will I ever know how the world view my youth? Can we change the way the world views us? Can we change the direction the world turns, depending on how we wrestle between comfort or unwanted choices? We can change our reality. Okay.
You know, it's our first time reading these. All right, the green poem. Exuberant pride, necessary. Be who you are, black, confident, cocky. My name, not yours. My religion, not yours. My gods, my own. Get used to me. Black skin, white paint, colonize the world, but my mind you won't taint. A life trying to be accepted by others is not life. is not life, but hell. Bend, don't break. Living my life for others. People like what they see. But before I do that, I've got to learn to love me. But does the world love? Will they think of me up above? I will. I will be the world of light and love.
Give it up for yourselves, because these are the poems written by you, the people. And if you ever want to see these poems again, they'll be here at the museum forever, and you'll always come back and say, hey, I was a part of that. I wrote my part right there. I was a part of the Collect the Poem on MLK Day at the museum. So make your noise for yourselves, because all y'all are beautiful. Thank you for coming out. Have a safe journey wherever you're gonna go, and make sure you love each other as we all love you. Take care, God bless, peace, and y'all can stay around and talk and chat.